Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another episode of the new series we're doing, Walking with the Winchesters. So, if you guys haven't noticed, each episode of the Winchesters has it so that they're going to a different country. Last week it was Colombia with the Latunda, and this week it was the Bori, which is translated to the Sackman in Peru and most of the Central and Southern America countries. Now, if you haven't seen that episode, this is going to have a few spoilers, so you may want to watch that episode before actually watching that, because what we do is we dive into the supernatural lore of this creature that has been brought to our attention by the Winchesters TV show. Now, the Sackman is a unique character because it derives from the person that our parents told us that was sleeping underneath our beds, so we better behave, because that person was known as the bogeyman. The dreaded Sackman may have roots in a very old tale of old. The Sackman is an envisioned creature that is very old and fragile and carries a sack on his back. He wanders the land searching for naughty children and is said to carry them away in his sack, to spirit them away for a grisly fate. For many tales of the Sackman, it is told that he actually eats the children in some versions of it. The Sackman tale, like many other supernatural tales, is based on some actual facts. During the late 16th and 17th century, a man was in charge of carrying orphan babies. In order to take them to the orphanage, he would carry them in a bag or a whisker basket, and carrying them all through the province, collecting more babies to take to the orphanage. Most of the babies usually died before even reaching the orphanage due to the lack of care and the obvious insalubrious conditions in which he was transporting them with. And this story may have gave birth to the tales and legend of the boogeyman that we are told today. The Sackman is also known in Spain as El Hombro del Saco, and is prominent in Latin countries such as Brazil, Portugal, and Spanish America. Several countries contrast their version of the Sackman with the benign sack carriers such as Father Christmas in the Netherlands and Flanders. Zwart Piet, or known as Black Pete, is a servant of Sinterklaas who delivers presents to the children on December 5th and takes naughty kids back to Spain in the now empty bags. And some stories say Zwart Piet themselves were kidnapped as kids, and the kidnapped kids make up the next generation of Zwart Piets. In Switzerland, the corresponding figure is known as Schmitzli, derived from Butzli in German, or Pierre Foutour in French. A similar figure to Krampus appears in the folklore of the Alpine regions, sometimes carrying a sack or wash tub to carry the children away. In Bulgaria, the children are told of a dark creature called the Torbalon, which comes from the meaning of rope pole, which means sack. So this is meant to be like man with a sack. Will kidnap the children if they misbehave. He can be seen as the antipode of the character of Father Christmas, which is a jolly character said to bring joy and cheer to children, but this anti-hero is meant to be the most evil, disgusting thing that the children need to fear in order to be the good boys and girls. In Haiti, the Tonton is the anti-character to Father Christmas. During the dictatorship of Papa Doc Duvalier, certain Haiti Secret Service policemen were given the name Tonton Macoutes because they were said to make certain people just disappear. Whether it goes from the American version of Krampus that we have loved from the German adaptation of Krampus and derived it to some South American Sackman. It can only be one thing for certain: if children misbehave, they are said to be visited by this evil, disgusting character which carries them in their sack. So the parents tell them to not misbehave or they will disappear. And if they are good, they will be visited by Father Christmas, Saint Nicholas himself, and get joyous presents for their eyes to behold. Thank you for joining me for this anti-Santa Claus hero. If you like this video, be sure to red subscribe button down below, hit it with the thumbs up, click the notification bell to always on, and leave a comment down below. And let me tell you, next week is a doozy because it has to deal with a war veteran. Until next time, we'll see what the next episode of the Winchesters has in store for us. I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.